Hello there. So today, as a 3-5 splenic projector, I want to talk about the projector strategy, invitations and recognitions. I want to more focus on the invitation part of the projector strategy, because I feel like there's a lot of confusion around invitation. I feel like there's a lot of disempowerment around projector invitations, and this is something that we don't want and we definitely don't need as projectors. Because of our sensitivity, because of our subtlety, because of our open energetic centers, we definitely don't need to be further disempowered. We need to be fully empowered and understand what a true power and gift our projector aura, our projector essence is for the world at this time. It's extremely profound, and if you're a projector watching this, you are here to be extremely successful, if that is a path of yours, depending on what level. You know, some people are here to be successful within their smaller communities, some people are here to be successful more on a larger stage, but either way, what is success? Yes, it's financial, but it's also deep fulfillment. It's also success within a relationship, success within health, within the physical body, within the mind, within the emotions, success to spirituality, success with God, like actually listening and having that connection and that truth, not necessarily in a religious way, just in a truthful way, knowing that we are created by some intelligence, and having a connection to that intelligence is extremely important, especially for us projectors. I want to give you an example of a metaphor of what a projector's like. So let's say we've got a symphony, like a band, and then we've got the conductor. The projector's like the conductor. The band, let's say that's like the generators. They're actually playing the instruments. They're using the energy. The conductor, yeah, there's energy, he's using the energy or she's using the energy. But ideally, the conductor is tuned in to the truth, to genius, to the subtleties of frequencies, to the rhythm, to the beat, and they're knowing exactly what's happening. They're like, boom, that person now. And they're just listening to the truth, to the flow, and then they come in. And projectors are like the conductors, but we need to have a clean channel. We need to have a clean vessel. And an invitation, going back to the strategy. So a lot of projectors, and what's commonly taught in human design, is to wait for an invitation and recognition from human beings, okay? Now, unfortunately, most human beings are disconnected from the truth. They're disconnected from life. They're disconnected from their truth, their higher self, all these things. And so projectors are sort of hanging around going like, where's my invitation? But it's not like we're in an environment that is flourishing, that is thriving, where people are fully connected to their hearts and the truth. And so, yeah, the invitation from them is going to be guided, and it's going to be real, and it's going to be true. We're actually living in a world that is quite disconnected. So as projectors, we do have a refined, subtle connection to the intelligence of creation. And this is why our energetic centers are so open, so we can listen, so we can receive, so we can be extra receptive, especially energetically and also emotionally, that receptivity. So an invitation, I want to open up the possibility. I've been on my Human Design Projector journey now or deconditioning journey for 6 years at least. And having gone through human design, having learned human design, having fundamentally looked within myself at my own human design frequency and how that shows up, and then lived it out, I've started to unlock different aspects of human design that maybe isn't so common for people to talk about. But one thing I want to share now is the possibility of receiving an invitation not only from the people around, but receiving an invitation from the intelligence within you and around. Now, some people call that God, some people source, life, creation, feminine, masculine, divine masculine, whatever it is for you. But it's really just the intelligence of how is my heart beating, I'm breathing, I'm doing all these things. There's an infinitely intelligent spark and energy that runs through all of creation, including me and including you. How about receiving an invitation from that intelligence? Now, our authorities are a way of doing that in a more refined way, rather than just like, okay, how do I listen to this intelligence? I don't really know. Each type of authority has that, and let's talk about the 5 authorities for projectors. I'll let you know how this intelligence will speak through directly to you. So you don't have to always wait for someone to say, I invite you to do this. I am going to write out, I invite you to do this. We become very disempowered. If we're trying to manifest or create from any space of lack, from fear, from stress, it's not going to be aligned. That's totally right. And that's when we need to actually just take a pause, come back to ourselves, reconnect, and then listen once again, because that invitation recognition, we're ultimately listening to the truth of life. But rather than having to listen to just the people around us, because some of us will find ourselves in situations where people around us are not fully tapped into the truth. They're not fully connected to source. They're not living in their own alignment, and yet we're waiting for an invitation from these people. It's not going to fully serve us to our highest potential. This is why we want to start actually looking for that direct channel to source and receiving guidance from there. So if you're an emotional projector, this intelligence speaks through your emotions. If you're a splenic projector, this intelligence speaks through your intuition. If you're a ego projector, this intelligence speaks through your needs. What do I need? If you're a self-projected projector, this intelligence, God, infinite source, speaks through your voice. If you're a mental projector, outer authority, this intelligence speaks through your environment. So placing yourself in environments that are supportive are going to be important, because life is going to speak through the environment to you. So you've got to give yourself the best opportunity to receive that direct communication. Now, if you're wanting to receive guidance and truth from intelligence, then ideally your body is clean. Ideally, you're doing some form of detoxification process. Ideally, your nervous system is repatterned and it's actually starting to slow down. You're taking those pauses throughout the day to rewire, to listen. Ideally, you've done a lot of emotional cleansing, a lot of emotional work, because if we're holding on from childhood to childhood wounds, which everyone is, it's depending on what degree we are, that's going to clog that channel. If we're holding on to these mental things, if we're judging, if we're holding on to anger, all these things, ultimately, if we're just disconnected from who we are and the truth, then that's going to show up and we're not going to be able to receive the invitation from our environment, from the people, but also from the truth. And as a projector, I'm inviting you to start to listen to a bigger source, a bigger potential, because that's where you're going to have quantum invitations come through. And that's what's really exciting. So if this resonates, then give it a thumbs up. Comment below if you resonate with this. And I think there's a helicopter going by in the background. I'm here on the Californian coast, and here at the Projector Movement we offer advanced human design readings. We also offer trainings and courses to do exactly that, to reconnect to your power, your truth, your success. And it's a potent time at the moment. So the time is now to really recreate yourself and transform your life. All the best.